Good evening. I'm Bill Edge, past master and treasurer of Essex Masonic Lodge in Caldwell, which is actually a compendium of lodges from Montclair, Caldwell, Verona, back in the old days. The mergers are such that we were very, very strong and active lodge now with members far younger than I. I can tell you that we are pleased to be part of assisting 5 scholarships each year in a variety of high schools, and this year we have 2 award winners. But I'd like to also congratulate all the class of 2013, and this awards night is a prelude to your commencement coming up soon. I congratulate the parents and the grandparents and friends that are here, and I know that the value that you put on education for this town, having been a former resident of Verona, is foremost, and that's what keeps us a great community to live in and prosper. I think all the students know that. But I also am happy for the grandparents and the parents, because you know when you walk out there, you won't have to be taking final exams, as the other students were that I saw in the photos out there. We believe in the Masonic Lodge in citizenship and charity to others, and we have the pleasure of presenting 2 awards tonight to Julian Cumming and Bridget A. McIntyre.
Presenting the Jewish War Veteran Scholarship, Mr. Lichter, Post Commander. The Verona Lions Club Service Awards will be presented by Gordon Wilkins. Investors Savings Bank Scholarship will be presented by Lisa Bernardo. The VHS Lacrosse Parents Association will be presented by Ellen Smith. Captain Stephen Hayes will be presenting the Verona Volunteer Fire Department Scholarship.
Before I get down to the nitty-gritty of my presentation, I'd like all the parents and or grandparents and the NCO that's sitting down here, all who have served in the armed forces, to please stand up. Service. Thank you. The Jewish War Veterans traces its history to about 1654, when a settler in that little village across the Hudson River, New Amsterdam, said, I want to do my part to protect my community. His name was Asher Levy, which is neither here nor there. Skip forward about 250 years, and veterans of the Civil War who were tired of hearing the Jews didn't serve. Hooey! We were there. At least 13 Jews received medals of honor for their service in that horrible war. It is now my pleasure to award the Jewish War Veterans, North Essex Post 146, Bob Daniels Memorial Educational Grant to Alexander Joe in recognition of his academic achievement and in honor of his grandfather, Rolf Evanson's military service. presented this 12th day of June, 2013.
Lions Club International is the world's largest service club organization. At the local level, all the proceeds that we raise go to support the local community, some state projects, as well as some national projects. Part of those efforts support 3 service awards, which we're happy to give out tonight. The criteria is simply based on volunteerism and service to others, as this is the heart of our Lions Club credo, we serve. This year's winners are Lynn Keating, Laura Williams, and Benjamin Johnson.
My name is Lisa Bernardo, and I am the branch manager with Investors Bank here in Verona. On behalf of Investors Bank, I am pleased to award each of the following students with a $1,000 scholarship: Lynn Keating and Alexander Karpinski.
Good evening. I'm Ellen Smith, and on behalf of the Verona High School Lacrosse Parents Association and the Verona Youth Lacrosse Program, I want to congratulate all the graduating seniors here tonight and wish them well as they start the next chapter in their lives. I particularly want to congratulate the senior lacrosse players, many of them who have been playing since they were very young, and as one recipient stated in her essay, she started playing lacrosse when it wasn't really cool to play that sport. Thanks for sticking with it. They should also be proud to know they are part of the fastest growing sport in the United States. Thank you for your dedication to the sport of lacrosse. At this time, I'd like to present the 2013 Verona Lacrosse Scholarships. Please come to the stage as I call your name. Michael Conroy, Daniel Denora, Ned Denton, Lynn Keating, Michael King, Jackie Noyes, Olivia Pena, and Haley Toll.
My name is Stephen Hayes. I'm a captain in Company 2 of the Verona Fire Department. That's been volunteering and serving the township of Verona for 104 years. And I'd like to gladly, as a recipient of this same scholarship 14 years ago, I'm a graduate of the class of '99, I'd like to call Michael Harrington Jr., son of member Michael Harrington Sr., Nikki Peterson, daughter of member Carl Peterson, and Bobby McGuire, who was actually an active member of the Verona. And on behalf of the Verona Fire Department, Bobby McGuire is actually currently attending the Essex County Fire Academy, so we will accept his scholarship on his behalf. Thank you.
The Verona Recreation Department Scholarship will be presented by Ms. Daria Zelapukin, Guidance Counselor, Verona High School. Joanne Short and Roger Ochoa will present the North Essex Chamber of Commerce Scholarship. Gerald B. Graff, MD Scholarship, presented by Dr. Gerald B. Graff. And Stephen Ruggiero, Junior Varsity Coach of Verona Hockey, will present the Verona Hockey Boosters Award.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to be a pinch hitter again for Verona High School and present 13 lucky seniors with the Eric Morgenstein Golf Memorial Scholarship from the Verona Recreation. 13 of you. That's a good number. So when you hear your name, please come up and hold your applause. Luke Stanowski. Megan Plesner. Emma Moisner. Ryan Yates. James Bardell. Courtney Paganelli. Lynn Keating. Michael Walsh. Michael Hardenberg. Krista Tishio. Gabriella Mercurio, Daniel Stryker, and Daniel Malloy. Congratulations.
Good evening. You guys are such a great audience. My goodness. My name is Joanne Short, and I'm the president of the YMCA of Montclair, but I also serve as a member of the North Essex Chamber of Commerce. It's an honor to stand in front of you this evening and help in celebrating all of the greatness that is Verona High School. As you know, it's not a building that makes it great. It's not the size of the budget that makes it great. It's the teachers and the students, but more especially what they do within and outside of these four walls. At the North Essex Chamber of Commerce, our goal is also to achieve greatness, but with a different focus. Instead of nurturing students, we nurture businesses. When businesses do an exceptional job, we want to celebrate them. When they need a boost, we want to offer assistance. As a member of the North Essex Chamber of Commerce Board, it's my privilege to serve on the High School Scholarship Committee. Our task is to identify a top student who understands the importance of local business and how something as small as a mom and pop operation might impact their life. We have a scholarship for one graduating senior going on to college who rises above all others that applied for this grant in areas of their essay, economic need, academics and extracurricular activities, work experience and volunteerism, and finally, their letters of recommendations. This award would not have been as robust if it weren't for my colleague and fellow board member, Roger Ochoa. Roger is a small business owner in Montclair and believes in this community's success through education, networking, and volunteer initiatives. In fact, he recently volunteered on the Verona Board of Ed Strategic Plan Committee. Roger owns Chiton Tutors and Test Preparation in Montclair. You may have seen his regular advertisements through the web link of the Friday folder that gets published weekly. It was through Roger and Chiton Tutoring who stepped up and increased the dollar amount that the Chamber Foundation was able to distribute to tonight's impressive candidate. It's only fitting that I allow him to announce the awardee. Roger?
Well, thank you, Joanne. And before I announce tonight's winner, would anybody have wanted to take up Groupon on their Timberland sale for sunglasses? Because I'm looking at this 2013, I'm like, whoa, it's really blinding me. And I don't wear sunglasses, and I don't wear hats, which is kind of odd because I'm kind of bald. In any case, tonight's award winner, although is well-deserving, trust me when I tell you it was a tough choice. All the candidates should make Verona High School proud. And as one of your award presenters this evening expressed, why should I be up here? Because Verona High School is such a great high school, and there's so many choices to give awards from. So let me just get right to it and announce that our recipient scholarship award is ranked 9th this year in the senior class. And beyond being busy with our extracurricular activities, from co-president of the Girls Learn International, president of Math Honor Society, member of National Honor Society, member of Chinese Honor Society, recipient of the Wellesley College Book Award, and engaged in sports with both soccer and then lacrosse. She's the award-winning, also a member of the award-winning marching band, Verona's concert band. She's a beautiful ballerina, student council secretary from both her junior and senior year, and received a 5 on her AP language and composition. Woo! Exactly. That's pretty Shakespearean, isn't it? Approximately, 70 words in one sentence. Speaking of language and composition, her essay was very creative and pointed to the assignment. She will excel at Bates next year, as all of her curricular activities have been leadership roles. She doesn't just participate in, she leads in all she does. She also believes in giving back. And that's key for us, in giving back. For the Chamber, we give back. We give back to the community. And so she followed her church down to New Orleans to work on homes devastated by Katrina. She volunteers to tutor English, she works at the town pool, and she has a longer list than this in the activities in which she is engaged. So it is with great pleasure to announce this year's scholarship for the North Essex Chamber Scholarship Foundation and the Chiton, co-sponsored by Chiton Tutors and Test Prep of Montclair, that Jane Spardell is the winner of our proud, and we hope to read about you and your great achievements in the next 4 to 6 years. Best of luck to you, and congratulations.
Hi, I'm Jerry Greff, class of 1960 Verona High School. And it's always a thrill to stand up here where now 53 years ago I received my diploma. And the link to Verona High School goes on in many different ways. Just yesterday, I was joined by about a dozen of my classmates for lunch at Bella Gente in Verona. We meet every couple of months. And so we still like each other, and I've been incredibly impressed from what you've written, how much you like each other. Before I go any further, though, I would like to probably, for the first time, extend thanks publicly to my supporter and encourager in this whole endeavor, Diane Newman. You made it a whole lot easier for me. I had asked applicants in the last 5 years, this is now the 6th year that I'm up here, to write a particular essay about characteristics of individual persons and how they demonstrate some of them in themselves, but I think it wore out. So this year I changed the requirement, and I'll read you what I've asked. The applicant should explain in a one-page, thoughtful, edited, well-written essay, writing does count, how their experiences at VHS influenced their personal growth and goals. Those experiences might be academic, extracurricular, special interests, or hobbies. Please give concrete examples. And it was amazing to me how much I learned about you wonderful people in this class. I think I received almost double the highest number of applicants in previous years, which took an awful lot of reading, 7, 8, 9, 10 readings to try to narrow it down. And I tell you in all honesty that I really could give the scholarship to any number of people. You really all impressed me in how much you care for each other, how much you care for the school, how much you care for your teachers, at least some of them, and how involved you are in the community and how much you appreciate the sense of family in the community. And really a lot of you wrote about that. And the personal growth that you experience from so many people who said, quote, scared little freshmen, unquote, to really confident, mature individuals as seniors. So it was really very heartwarming and resonated with me. I learned about your experiences in football, lacrosse, soccer, in rescue squad, in Heroes and Cool Kids, and in other organizations. And it struck me as amazing how interested you are in helping freshmen and junior high students. I'm sure when I was here I could have cared less about any of them. I really admire your maturity in wanting to give back to younger people and make their journeys here easier. I also learned from many of you who wrote essays about the music experience at Verona High School. And some years ago, I attended a state football playoff game in Hoboken with my grandson, who actually this year is graduating 8th grade. And everybody stood the whole game, so I had to hold this kid. And I was sitting right next to the band, and I really couldn't believe how efficient and spirited the band was through that game. And we won that game 7-3, I think, on a late touchdown. I also learned that there are certain attributes you have to have in the marching band and the concert band, of one of which is being on time but early. And so I want to tell you that I was here more than 15 minutes early tonight, and I hope you'll make me an honorary band member. I guess Mr. Lynch stands for discipline, and accountability. And so many of you wrote how he influenced you and really helped you to grow and gave you self-confidence. So tonight's winner is a band member who was fearful of standing out and not marching and playing well as a freshman, and ultimately was fearful of trying out for the jazz band because he might not make it, and took some courses with Mr. Lynch and developed a relationship and has grown musically and as a person. So I'm happy to present my scholarship to the tall, red-headed saxophone player, Stephen Russ.
Good evening. The Verona Glen Ridge Ice Hockey Scholarship Fund has been made possible through the hard work and dedication of parents, coaches, faculty, administration, alumni, and volunteers within the program. The Hockey Boosters established this fund to support those who have demonstrated a commitment to completing their education at a college or university and showing a high level of respect for that dedication to the great game of ice hockey. The following are award winners for this year: Zach Linares, Ryan Flood, and Bobby McGuire.
Presenting from the United States Marine Corps, Staff Sergeant Luis Reyes. The Christopher C. Maziar's Mr. 60 Memorial Scholarship, Craig Maziar's and James Crawford. The 5th Downer Scholarship will be presented by Rick Weiss and Bill Cummings. The League of Women Voters Citizenship Award will be awarded by Lola Ashley.
Good evening, everyone. It is an honor and pleasure to be here tonight, and I want to thank the principal and staff for allowing me and giving me the opportunity, and also the Marine Corps to continue to provide recognition for students who excel and surpass their capacity or capabilities, and also individuals that have given 100% in dedication in what they like and what they love. Many great things have been said to you guys today, and I also want to thank the parents and students for allowing me to be here tonight. Without further ado, I just wanted to briefly say the Marine Corps has been taking part of recognizing students for their success in scholastics, music, and athletics. And tonight is a pleasure and honor for me to call the following students. Please come forward in the manner that I'll be calling your name. First student will be Michael Hardenberg. The second student will be Benjamin Hunt. Jenna O'Connell. For the Distinguished Athlete Award, the next student will be Amanda Langan. And the next student for the Distinguished Athlete Award will be Edward Ned Denton. The next two students for the Semper Award for Musical Excellence, Daniel Malloy. And Laura Williams. I don't know if I want to be, well, I don't envy anybody in my life, but I hope in my next life, if there is one, I want to be you and Mr. Hong. Very briefly, I want to say to the students, you have completed the longest time going to school, 12 years. The next 4 years and so on are the shortest time that you ever attended school, okay? I will say this, take care of one another, love one another. Even if you have to go far out somewhere, another state, or wherever you go to be successful, do so, but come back to your town and continue to give back to your town. This is a great school, an honor and humble to say, and I wish that every other town emulate your leadership. And I also want to say one thing to another sad note. I was elected to be the Marine Corps liaison for this high school, although a short period of time. My time is almost done here. So I hope that the next person that takes over will be welcome and at the same time take care of our program as well. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, class of 2013, and a special shout out to Diane Newman, who did so much work to make this possible. I can't think of anything more special on this, the 25th anniversary of the Chris Maziar's Mr. 60 Memorial Scholarship, than having the first recipient present this year's award. It's a privilege to introduce an outstanding individual, the first scholarship winner in 1988, Mr. James Crawford.
Can we get a round of applause for the entire class of 2013? I also like to thank the boys on the football team for, without fail, giving me a heart attack every weekend throughout the fall. Great season. First, congratulations to the class. It's hard for me to believe that it's been 25 years. Christopher Maziarz was a lifelong Verona resident, a great friend, a walk-on linebacker at the University of Tennessee, and the fiercest competitor I have ever played with or against, ever. I miss my friend. In 1988, I became the inaugural recipient of this award, and besides being the parent of 3 beautiful children, I've never been more proud. This scholarship recognizes a senior student athlete who demonstrates sportsmanship, enthusiasm, and above all is an inspiration and a leader to his peers. All qualities my friend Chris embodied. This year's recipient has been a 3-sport standout athlete for many years in our community, receiving all conference accolades for the past 3 years in football. He is a stellar young man who I'm sure is destined for a bright future. As a captain of this year's squad, he showed passion and fortitude, playing the latter half of the season with a broken leg. Chris would be proud. He is also the recipient of the McCarthy Award and will be attending the Coast Guard Academy in the fall. Luke Snikowski. Congratulations. Come on for the evening.
Hello, my name is Rick Weiss. Helping me on the stage, Bill Cummings. Bill and I are co-presidents of the Verona Fifth Downers. Bill and I would like to say congratulations to the entire class of 2013 on your accomplishments. Good luck in the future. The Verona Fifth Downers Parents Organization is comprised of football players and cheerleaders, as well as their families. The purpose of the Fifth Downers is to support the football team and the cheerleading squad. One way we do that is by awarding scholarships. Through the efforts of the parents in the Fifth Downers, we will be making today an award of a total of 8 scholarships. We will present a final scholarship. After that, it's sponsored by DCH Montclair Acura. I'm going to announce the 8 recipients. If you can come to the stage, hold your applause to the end, please. Frank Greco, Michael Harrington, Luke Sukowski, Kristen Byzantine, Joe Cordasco, Alex Del Val, Brittany Liska, Amanda Master. Our final award today is called the Football Player of Distinction Award. It is sponsored by DCH Montclair Acura. The recipient is Ryan Flood.
Good evening, and congratulations to all of the graduates. My name is Willow Ashley, and I'm a member of the Montclair League of Women Voters. The mission of the League of Women Voters is to inform voters of current political issues in a nonpartisan manner, to ensure that they can cast intelligent and thoughtful ballots. Our annual award is presented to a student who has shown an interest in community and/or national or world affairs, and has been involved in government on some level, including holding office and undertaking coursework in the subject. This year, the award is a book entitled Thomas Jefferson, The Art of Power by John Meacham, and a check for $100. The recipient is chosen by his or her high school, and this year's recipient is Mr. Russell Glick. Congratulations. Thank you.
Track and Field Boosters Award presented by Jenny Carroll. Daniel Pritchard Memorial Scholarship presented by Stacy Molinaro. The Verona Eagle Scholarship presented by Charlie Giuliano. And the Verona Municipal Alliance Committee Scholarship presented by Suzanne Boulon and Colin Boyd.
On behalf of the Cross Country and Track and Field Booster Organization, it is my honor and privilege to present scholarships to Kelsey Adamonte and Laura Williams.
From one Verona High School graduate to another, graduation is the first day of the rest of your life. Best of luck, graduates, in your future, because no one knows what's around life's corner. I'm here to present scholarship funding for Lynn Keating. Congratulations, Lynn, for getting the scholarship from the Dan Pritchard Memorial Foundation. Lynn's essay made us realize we go through some amazing things we need to overcome growing up. Unfortunately, Dad's life was tragically taken from us before we were able to do all the things he wanted to do. All the things he was capable of, and all the things we wanted to do with him. We hope everyone can learn from this as we move into the future to make the right choices and create a better life for ourselves. As we overcome these issues that are brought upon us in this crazy, dangerous world we live in, we all need to be aware. Between gun violence, drugs, and just being at the wrong place at the wrong time, anything can happen. Dan was taken from us way too early. But his life is touching yours now, and for that I thank you for listening.
Congratulations, class of 2013. My name is Charlie Giuliano. I'm here on behalf of the Verona Eagles. We're giving out 4 scholarships this year to student graduating seniors who participate in the Verona Eagles cheering and football program. They are Alex Delval, Michael Harrington, Brittany Liska, and Frankie Greco.
This scholarship is awarded to a student that served in one of our service clubs, their mentoring clubs, either STARS, Heroes or Cool Kids, Heroes and Cool Kids, and peer leadership. We then asked the applicants to create a public service announcement based on their experience here at Verona High School on an issue that they feel is important. And this year's winner was a member of peer leadership for 2 years, and she submitted a wonderful video, a 30-second PSA about prom night called Make It a Memory, Not a Regret, and the winner is Gabby Latimer. Presenting the Verona Education Association Retired Scholarship, Maurice Moran, retired VHS teacher of English. The Verona High School Brookdale Avenue FN Brown and Conference of SCA Awards will be presented by Diane Rashi and Randy Marlowe. The HB Whitehorn SCA Awards will be presented by Barbara Yates, and the Forest Avenue SCA Awards will be presented by Lisa Golbiesi.
I have notes here someplace. Oh, there. Good evening. I'm very happy to present the VEA Retired Teachers Scholarship, presenting to one of your deserving classmates, the annual scholarship. For those of you that don't know me, I was an English theater teacher here until about 5 years ago, when I retired and joined their ranks. This scholarship is the result of donations from retired Verona teachers like myself from your elementary schools, from HB Whitehorn, and from the high school. You may have studied with one or several of us on your trek from kindergarten to here. Some of those people may have influenced you in many ways, perhaps your career choice. An English teacher that I had way back in my freshman year of high school was my inspiration, and I ended up teaching English in high school for 37 years. You may not be aware of the way in which a teacher has affected your life, but someday you will. And when you do, get in touch with him or her and just say thanks. Meanwhile, at the VEAR, say thanks to all of you in general for your hard work and your studies, and wish you well in college or whatever path your future holds. And specifically to your classmates who will be attending college toward a career in education, Bridget McIntyre.
Congratulations to the class of 2013. I'm Diane Braschi, this is Randy Marlowe, and we are here to present the Brookdale FN Brown, Verona High School, and Conference of SCA scholarships. The recipients of these scholarships were chosen on a point system based on involvement in community service, sports, clubs, and academics. We wish the whole class of 2013 much success in the future. And we'll start with Brookdale. The Brookdale SCA scholarships are awarded to Amanda Langan and Gabriella Ladin. Scholarships are awarded to Olivia Lewis and Michael Hardenberg. Scholarships are awarded to Gabrielle DeStefani and Don Brian Flood. until all the names have been heard. Thanks. Kelly DiGeronimo, Ned Denton, Nicole Frabaniak, Christina Flores, Frankie Greco, Alexander Joe, Isaac Joe, Lynn Keating, Gabriella Mercurio, Jenna O'Connell, Ann Patty, Morgan Plesner, Jonathan Tosh, Sydney White, and Michelle Yates.
Co-president of the HBW SCA. We'd like to congratulate all of the graduates of 2013 on their many academic achievements. Recipients of this year's HBW SCA scholarships are Amanda Massacre and Stephen Rust.
Good evening. My name is Lisa Wolbieski. I'm the president of the Forest Avenue SCA. It's an honor to be here tonight, and on behalf of the Forest Avenue SCA, I'm proud to present 2 scholarships to 2 Forest Avenue alumni students for their academic excellence and achievement. Please join me in congratulating Jane Spardell and Laura Williams. Thank you.
The Lanning Avenue SCA and Anna Casabona Scholarship will be presented by Joanne Breitenbach. Kristen Donahue will be presenting from the Junior Women's Club, the J.T. Reisman Memorial Scholarship, the Junior Women's Club of Verona Service Award, and the Jane E. Myers Memorial Scholarship. Andrew Yates will be presenting the Verona Baseball Softball League Scholarships and the Verona Junior Wrestling Scholarship presented by Sam Zamloop, who's a coach.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joanna Breitbach, and I am the co-president of the Lanning Avenue SCA. And I would like to take this moment to congratulate all of the Verona High School senior class of 2013. Big round of applause, guys. The Lanning Avenue SEA scholarships are presented to 2 students who attended Lanning Avenue School and submitted a completed SEA scholarship application earlier this year. Like the other SEA scholarships, this award is based on a point system for academics, personal achievement, and participation in school and community activities. I am pleased to present the Lanning Avenue scholarships to Daniel Stryker and Kristen Byzantine. This award is provided through a fund set up to honor Anna Casabona, an energetic 3rd grade teacher at Lanning in the 1930s. Her love of music was shared with all her students, creating fond and lasting memories. Her family and friends established the scholarship to encourage young people to continue their education. I am pleased to present the Anna Casabona Memorial Scholarship to Michael King.
Good evening. I'd like to say congratulations to the class of 2013. My name is Kristen Donahue, and I'm the president of the Junior Women's Club of Verona. Our club has been involved in social and charitable work in Verona since 1926. This past year, due to tremendous community support for our fundraising efforts, we were able to donate nearly $10,000 to Verona schools and other Verona organizations, such as our fire department, rescue squad, library, and PBA. These donations include 3 scholarships to Verona High School seniors graduating in June, as well as funds for all the local schools, elementary through high school. During the scholarship review process, our committee was in awe of the varied and passionate service projects that these seniors initiated. Often their service projects were directly related to their personal experiences. One young woman found a renewed sense of self after a torn ACL. 2 students were motivated to action by a loved one's cancer diagnosis, and 1 student even found inspiration working on a dairy farm in Pennsylvania. In addition to these, there were Special Olympics volunteers, an Eagle Scout and his creative service project, and students who grew and were inspired from youth group trips. Because of the many qualified, passionate, and accomplished applicants, we had a very difficult time choosing only 3 students to be our scholarship winners. As the president of a service organization, I've grown to understand just how important it is to give back to the community at large. No matter where your future takes you, there will always be opportunities to give back to those who are less fortunate. Service does not always need to be big. Sometimes it's a small act of kindness that can make all the difference in the world to someone who is going through a hard time. Each profession has these opportunities, and I hope that you'll be able to find different ways to grow and give as you move forward with your lives. Be proud of all that you've accomplished. The Junior Women's Club of Verona congratulates you. I'll now announce the scholarship winners. The J.T. Reisman Scholarship is offered to any graduating senior attending an accredited degree-based higher education program, 2- or 4-year college, trade school, or specialty school. And the winner is Michael Walsh. The J. Myers Memorial Scholarship is offered to a graduating senior attending an accredited degree-based higher education program, 2- or 4-year college, trade school, or specialty school, and majoring in the arts. And the winner is Giancarlo Perdasco. And finally, the Junior Women's Club of Verona Scholarship is offered to any graduating senior attending an accredited degree-based higher education program, 2 or 4-year college, trade school, or specialty school, who has demonstrated the principles of community service and/or charity work. And the winner is Lynn Keating.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Andy Yates. I am the president of the Verona Baseball and Softball League, and on behalf of us, we'd like to congratulate all the seniors here in the room. So a big round of applause for all the seniors. Fantastic job. So we're going to enter the audience participation part of the evening. So by a show of hands, how many in this room played in the Verona Baseball Softball League for at least 1 year of your career? By a further show of hands, how many parents in this room were a coach or a manager on the sidelines? So lots here. And by a further show of hands, how many of those parents actually played in the VBSL? So there's got to be a few out here. If Mr. Albano's still here, I'm sure that he was a player at one point in time in our league. I have the great opportunity to be able to provide 8 scholarships tonight to the graduating seniors. The qualifications for the senior to be able to be a recipient of the award was to have played in the league through 8th grade, and then submitted an essay to the VBSL that talked about how they converted their playing experience into a life experience in high school. I'm very pleased to indicate tonight that the 8 recipients of this award did a fantastic job articulating how they took a skill set they learned on the baseball and softball fields of Verona and articulated that into how that was a great life experience in helping get through 4 years of college. I'm sorry, 4 years of high school, now you're going to get 4 years of college. So I'm very pleased to announce our 8 recipients. I'll name them, hold the applause until they all come up on stage. Miranda Durin, Laura Hart, Olivia Lewis, Marissa Manley, Cassidy McKean, Courtney Paganelli, Donald Flood, and Luke Simpkowski. Congratulations to our seniors.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2013. I'm Dante Mercurio. I'm a coach with the Verona Junior Wrestling Program. I'm filling in for our head coach, Sam Zamlu, who was not able to join us this evening. For the 9th straight year, the Verona Junior Wrestling Program is proud to offer 2 scholarships to our former wrestlers. In order to qualify, the applicants must have participated in the junior wrestling program, wrestled all 4 years at Verona High School, submitted a short essay on the impact of wrestling on their lives, and are planning to continue their education at a 2 or 4 year institution. Tonight's 2 recipients have distinguished themselves both on and off the wrestling mat. They're 2 of our most accomplished wrestlers. Our first recipient wrestled for 8 years in our junior wrestling program and 4 years at Verona High School. He's a reigning district champ, regional champ, and state championship tournament participant. He went undefeated in his regular season in his senior year. He will be attending Sacred Heart University on a football scholarship in the fall. By the way, he also plays football. The winner is Frankie Greco. wrestled for 7 years in our junior program, all 4 years at the high school. He's the reigning Essex County wrestling champion, district champ, regional place winner, and state championship tournament participant. He will also be attending Sacred Heart University on a wrestling scholarship to continue his career there, and the winner is Joe Cardaski.
School counselor at VHS, will be presenting the 8 Hills Caterers Lakeside Deli Scholarships and the Carl Weber Memorial Scholarship. Christopher McKenna will be presenting the Manette Grosso McKenna Angel Foundation Scholarship, and Mr. Steven Spardell will be presenting the Verona United Soccer Club Scholarship.
Congratulations again. 8 Hills Caterers offer 2 scholarships to graduating seniors who have been active in extracurricular activities and community service. It's my pleasure to present these awards to Christine Farwell and Daniel Denoyer. The Carl Weber Memorial Scholarship is offered in memory of Carl Weber, who graduated from Verona High School. This year's recipient is so busy with a work conflict that he cannot attend, but we must remember and congratulate tomorrow Christopher Gibson. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Chris McKenna, and with me tonight is my sister Liz. I just want to start off by saying congratulations to the graduating seniors of the VHS class of 2013. The night is almost over, so I'll try and keep it short. This May marked 10 years since our mother, Manette Grosso McKenna, passed away with breast cancer. Hitting that decade mark made me reflect a little bit last month. For those of you who didn't know her, our mother was one of the most caring and compassionate people I've ever had the honor of knowing. She always strove to put others before herself and truly got happiness out of helping people. A career as a nurse was a perfect fit for her, as she got to help her patients on a daily basis. After being diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 33, she could have stopped and focused on herself. Instead, she threw herself into her passions even more. She was involved in so many charitable events and fundraisers, and even wrote a book to help mothers explain to children what cancer is. She truly was an amazing woman. We started this scholarship because we wanted to support students who wanted to live life in a similar fashion, helping others by entering a field in healthcare. Over the course of our 9 years as a foundation, in addition to the tens of thousands of dollars we've distributed to help support patients and survivors, we've also given out tens of thousands of dollars to students like many of you sitting here. It's an honor and a privilege for us to be able to help you as you further your education, as we know you're a part of our future, and will end up being the ones who pave the way for the next generation to come.
Before we hand out the scholarships, we would just like to ask everyone to please stay tuned to the local newspapers. We're hosting a Celebration of Angels, an event that is taking place in November. We will be remembering my mother, as well as honoring 2 of New Jersey's premier breast cancer doctors, Dr. Richard Michelson and Dr. Alyssa Santoro. We know it's going to be a great night, so keep an eye out for more details. And without further ado, the recipients of this year's Manette's Angel Scholarships are Kristen Vizentin, Ann Patty, Nicole Farbaniak, and Julia Frazee.
On behalf of the Verona United Soccer Club, its board, and its scholarship committee, it's my honor to bestow $500 scholarship awards to 3 scholar athletes who exemplified the leadership, sportsmanship, and perseverance that Verona United fosters on both the field of play and in the classroom. Each recipient has received team and individual honors of both Most Valuable Player Awards, Captaincies, and Conference Awards, and each has also given back to the Verona United Soccer Club and the Verona community by helping coach younger players and participating in club events. I'm pleased to present these awards to Julia Frazee on her way to Ithaca College, Aaron Subert, who will be attending Rowan College, and Sydney White will be playing Division I women's soccer in the Atlantic 10 Conference at Fordham University.
Before we conclude the evening, just a couple of thank yous to Mr. Galbercheck, our assistant principal, Mrs. Kuzma, administrative assistant, along with Mrs. Emiliani, and our guidance department, Mrs. Zelapukin, Ms. Green, Director, Ms. Verlato, and Mrs. Newman, who coordinated this evening. Thank you very much. The Albertha and Neil Ritchie Memorial Scholarship will be presented by Molly Emiliani, Administrative Assistant, VHS Attendance. Verona Wave Swim Parents Association, presented by Colleen Green. Ms. Green will also be presenting the Verona Senior Citizens Claire Boyle Scholarship and the Verona Education Association Awards. And Mr. Galbercheck will conclude the evening, the President's Education Awards.
Congratulations, everyone, both to the students and to the parents who've raised such fine children. I want to wish each one of you here tonight all the best as you begin to move forward, and I wish you success at whatever you put your hands to. You're a wonderful group of students, and I've had such a pleasure getting to know you over the past 4 years. And to the parents, thank you for sharing. It's really been nice to have the time to spend with all of you, both students and parents, and have a nice relationship with everyone. And I apologize if you've ever gotten one of those dreaded morning calls from me. Hopefully I won't get any on Friday. As for the reason I'm here tonight, very simply, my parents, Bert and Neil Ritchie, valued a college education above all else. Each year I like to honor the memory of my parents by presenting a scholarship or scholarships to graduating VHS seniors. This year there are 7 seniors who will be receiving this award. I've had the pleasure of getting to know each one of these students,
And interestingly enough, all but one of these students had a first block study, which meant sometimes they did forget to check in. So it was quite a challenge trying to figure out were they or weren't they here, and do I call home or don't I call home? But they have learned, and thankfully we only have 1 week to go, so I know they will not forget to check in for the remainder of the year. Will the following students please come forward? Alec Ferrari, Alexander Britch, Amir Sigari, Justin Byzantine, Fernando Padilla, Mary Beth Grund, and Ryan Lavery.
I'm not even going to ask what that was. Congratulations to the class of 2013. The Verona Education Association scholarships are presented to 2 graduating seniors who will be attending college in the fall and majoring in education. The recipients of the Verona Education Association scholarships for 2013 are Amanda Massacre and Dan Malloy. The Claire Boyle Memorial Scholarship is awarded each year to 2 graduating seniors who have submitted an essay to the Board of Directors of the Verona Senior Citizens Housing Complex. The recipients of the 2013 Claire Boyle Memorial Scholarships are Robert McIntyre and Jonathan Tosh. I apologize. Robert McGuire. I don't have my glasses on. I think Bobby McGuire is in fireman school tonight, so he wasn't able to be here. I guess we're all safe then. The Verona Summer Swim Team Scholarship is awarded to graduating seniors who have participated in the Verona Summer Swim Program. Students were asked to write an essay describing their experience as a member of the program. And the recipients this year are Pam Jablonski and Michelle Yeager.
We will now present the President's Award for Educational Excellence. These certificates are presented to students who have earned a grade point average of 3.5 or better on a 4.0 scale. At this time, I will read the letter from President Obama that accompanies the award. Please accept my congratulations on receiving the President's Education Award. I am pleased to join your family, friends, and teachers in recognizing this tremendous achievement. Nothing will have a greater impact on your success and the success of our nation than the knowledge and skills you gain in the classroom. Your future is in your hands, and as long as you stay focused on your studies, there is not a single thing you cannot accomplish. By earning this award, you have shown the discipline and drive to excel academically, and I encourage you to carry these qualities forward in all that you do. Congratulations again. I applaud the example you set for students across our country, and I wish you all the best for the years ahead. When I call your name, please come forward and receive your certificate from Mrs. Emiliani, who has, if your last name begins with the letters A through L, or Miss Green, if your last name begins with the letters M through Z. When you come up, please take your place on the risers and remain there until you're told otherwise. And for the audience, and there are a lot of names, so audience, please hold your applause until all the names have been called. So at this time, I'll read through the recipients of the President's Education Award. Catherine Arisil, Ellen Arisil, Kelsey Adamanti, Adara Blaney, Angelica Bryan, Cassidy Chait, James Corbett, Brianna Durin, Daniel Denora, Edward Denton, Kelly DiGeronimo, Marco DeGrado, Gabrielle Discafani, Rory Duarte, Christine Farwell, Nicole Ferbaniak, Donald Flood, Christina Flores, Julia Frazee, Russell Glick, Laura Hart, Thomas Hewitt, Pamela Jablonski, Alexander Joe, Isaac Joe, Lynn Keating, Michael King, Russell LeBruno, Amanda Langan, Gabriella Latimer, Brandon Lazara, Olivia Lewis, Catherine Mikowski, Emma Mauser, Marissa Manley. The names I'm going to read now, please go to Miss Green for your certificate. Amanda Massacre, Bridget McIntyre, Cassidy McKean, Daniel Malloy, John Motley, Lucy Murray, Olivia Newkirk, Jacqueline Noyes, Fernando Padilla, Courtney Paganelli, Jonky Perek, Sophia Park, Ann Patty, Olivia Pena, Morgan Plesner, Alec Ferrari. Victoria Quakeweb. Stephen Rust. Luke Sneakowski. Stephanie Sona. Jane Spardell. Nathaniel Stevens. Daniel Stryker. Alexandra Salaji. Kyle Thomas. Haley Toll. Jonathan Tosh. Kristen Byzantine. Danielle Watkins. Sydney White. Laura Williams. Michelle Yeager. Co-salutatorian Jenna O'Connell. Co-salutatorian Benjamin Jung. And the valedictorian of the class of 2013, Michael Hardenberg. Congratulations to all recipients, but do not leave yet. Please stay where you are for a moment.
We thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations, class of 2013. Thank you, parents. Please join us in the lobby for some refreshments. Thank you.